Welcome back, dear students and friends. Now we are learning the chapter number 5, the principle of inheritance and the variation. Today we have to learn regarding the sex determination, how the sex of a particular living organism has been determined, on what principle it has been determined. So today we have to learn regarding the topic sex determination. Okay. How the sex is determined, whether by a reproduction a male will be produced or the female will be produced, on what circumstances or on what basis it has been decided whether it will be a male or it will be a female, how it can be decided. It is a very important question even in this now modern world, because everyone is curious, wants to know that how it is possible, because they want to generate a particular desired species or particular desired sex they want. So they want to control it. So now it is important to understand how this sex can be determined. What are the reasons by which a male can be produced and what are the reasons by which a female can be produced as a result of reproduction. So initially when the research has been started, we don't know how the sex has been determined. Okay, so there is a question, but later on we found that the link for a determination of a sex is on the chromosome or it is in the genes. Why it has been determined? It is due to chromosomes and the genes. But initially, nowadays we know this, the chromosomes or the genes, okay, they decide the sex. But initially the scientists even don't know how it is, the sex is going to be determined. So there is one scientist who has started such kind of experiment, and the name of this scientist is Henking. The Henking was observing the different cells of insect. He was observing the different cells of insect. Okay? So means he is doing the cytological study. Cytological study means observation of a cell. Okay? He was doing the cytological study of the insects. And in the insects, he found that while spermatogenesis means when this insect produces the sperm, in 50% of the sperm, how many percentage of the sperm? The 50% of the sperm, he found some nuclear material. Okay? And in remaining 50%, the other 50% of a sperm, he doesn't found anything. Okay, I again repeat what the Henking has observed. The Henking was a scientist. He was observing the different cells of an insect. So he was studying the spermatogenesis in the insect, how the sperms are going to be produced. So when he observed the sperm cell of the insect, he found that the 50% of the sperm he found has some nuclear material in it, and the rest of 50% of the sperm do not have such kind of a nuclear material in it. He don't know what kind of material it is, so he give the name of this nuclear material name as an X. He give the name it as an X. But later on, as the science advances, even the microscopy becomes clear and there is an advancement of a genetics, we come to know that the X, the material to which the Henking has given a name X, it is nothing. That nuclear material is just a chromosome. Okay, so that's why we are also calling it that the chromosome which is responsible for a determination of sex, one of the chromosome is an X chromosome. Okay, you know that we are writing in the female it is a XX, in the male we are writing XY. So what this X, that X material has been discovered by the Henking. He don't know what it is, but he know that something or 50% of the sperm they have that nuclear material. He don't know what it is. He is not able to observe it because of less advancement of a science. So he gave it name as a X. But એને એ ખબર હતી કે કંઈક તો જાય છે, and that is a nuclear material, that is a X. But પાછળથી ખબર પડી what this X, this is a chromosome. So now we are also giving this name X. So this X chromosome has some important role in the determination of a sex. Now we will take how the sex is determined in the different living organism. I will show you the main three important examples, okay, how the sex is determined in this such kind of organism. But before I give you example, I just want to tell you some basics. Okay, I will start with a human being. Okay. This basic is necessary to understand before learning the sex determination. If you talk about the human being, I will explain you with the example of human being, and it is a lot easier to understand. Okay? In a human being, if you say that how many number of chromosomes are there? There are 23 pairs of chromosomes are present. Okay? How many pairs of chromosomes are present in the human being? 23 pairs. Or you can say that 46 numbers of chromosomes are present. 23 pair, 1 pair means 2. So 46 number of chromosomes are present in the human being. In this, from 42 number of chromosomes, there are two sexes. One is a male and the second one is a female. From this 23 pair, the first 22 pair are same in both male and female. The first 22 pair are same both in the male and female. Such type of chromosomes, they are called as, what they are called as? They are called as autosomes. What they are called as? Autosomes. So what are the autosomes? Autosomes are the chromosomes which are same in both sexes, male and the female. They are considered as an autosome. But the 23rd number of chromosome, in the male, human male, it is a XY, and in a female, it is a XX. Okay, so here it's a difference. In a male, it is a XY. In a female, it is a XX. So this chromosome, they determine the sex because the first 22 are the same. First 22 chromosomes are the same. What we are calling as an autosome. They do not determine the sex. But the 23rd number of chromosome which determine the sex, that is called as allosome, or you can also call it as sex chromosome. What you can call it as? Sex chromosome. Clear? So there are two types of a chromosome in a living organism. First autosome and the second one is allosome. Autosome, they are same in both male and the female, but the allosome, they are different in a male and female, and that allosome or the sex chromosome can determine the sex of a living organism. Okay, so I hope so you know the difference between the autosome and the allosome. Now it is clear that this allosome, that is responsible for determination of a sex. So how it is going to be determined? Okay, let us start with an example of a human being. Okay, it is a lot easy to understand the example of a human being. So I start with an example of a human being. Suppose assume that there is a one male. Okay, so it is a male. So obviously, what is the number of what is the genotype of it? 22AA plus XY. This is a genotype. 22AA plus XY. Now suppose assume that there is a one female. Okay, so what is the genotype of it? It is 22AA plus XX. This is a female. Okay, clear? Now they crossed. There is a marriage between a male and a female. Obviously, a reproduction takes place. While reproduction, before reproduction, there is a formation of a gamete because they reproduces by the sexual reproduction. And you know the characteristic. One of the characteristic of a sexual reproduction occurs with formation of gamete. So here, first of all, there is a need to form a gamete. So what are the gametes? This is a parent. I am writing down here. These are the parents. So what are the gametes? They are going to be produced from A. So here the gametes are two types of a gamete. First, 22A plus X. This is the first gamete. Another 22A plus Y. Clear? One X, the other one is Y. This is a one gamete. Okay? From this AA, one goes over here, the other goes over here. It is 22 pair, so I am just differentiating it. Okay? 22, 22. Now what are the gametes of this? This is a female. So what are the gametes? So here 22A plus X. This is a one gamete. 22A plus X. Now the other gamete is 22A. Now this A and the another X. 22A plus X. These are the possible gametes of a female. Now you know that during the reproduction there is a fusion of gametes. A fusion of gamete takes place during the reproduction. So take a possibility. Take one male gamete, another female gamete. So one male gamete, another female gamete. Fuse together. So when they are going to be fused, what it results? So here 22AA plus X and X. X and X. This is one possibility. Okay? Take another possibility. Take one male gamete. Now this male gamete has been fused with this. Now the another possibility, this male gamete is fused with the another one. So I am fusing with it, the another female gamete. So now what is the possibility? It is 22AA plus XX. Clear? This is the second possibility. Same. Now I am going with a third. Now take this. Take this male gamete and this female gamete. So take this and this. So now what happens? 22AA plus XY. 22AA plus XY. Now take this and this one. Okay. So now it is 22AA plus XY. This is another one. Okay. So now what? Now see whether it's a male or female. Okay. See here it's a female. This is again a female. This one is a male. And this one is a male. So if you see that, thus those who are double X characteristic or those double X, then they are female. Those who are XY, they are male. So there are 50% chances. 50% chances are that female is going to be produced, and 50% chances is that male is going to be produced. The production of a boy or the production of a male, it depends on the Y chromosome. See, it depends on this Y chromosome. જ્યાં Y છે એ ત્યાં આગળ આવશે. બરાબર છે? So that means the boy, a generation of boy, it depends on the Y chromosome, and the Y chromosome is present in the male. The Y chromosome is present in the male. But in our social system, for the lady is going to be blamed for generation of a girl child. Okay, clear? The production of a boy child, the reproduction of a boy child, it depends on the male. But in our social organization, we are blaming a girl for it. But if you see the genetic organization of a girl, the girl generates the same type of a gamete that cannot decide whether the boy is produced or the girl is produced. But who will decide? The male can be decided. If the X chromosome of a male or this gamete fuse, then it is a female is produced. If Y containing chromosome they fuse, then it is a male is produced. Okay, so the determination of a sex in a human, the male has an important role. Okay, which gamete of a male they fuse depends on that male or boy or a girl is produced, because here the female they are producing the same type of a gamete. So thus the sex is determined in a human being. This is a sex determination in a human being. Okay. Now take one more example. The another example that is somewhat different than this. So I will explain you how the sex is determined into an insect, specifically a Drosophila. See how the sex is determined in the Drosophila. If you see the Drosophila, the genetic organization of Drosophila is such that it contains an autosome plus here the sex chromosome is X0. Clear? Or there is a O. You can also call it as pronounce it as O. Now the female, this is a female of Drosophila. It has chromosome AA plus XX. Okay? Clear? So see here, if you see the autosomes are same. Okay, but here the number of or you can say allosomes are a different one. In a male it is a XO, in a female it is a XX. This is an example of a Drosophila, or you can say usually it is found into most of the insect. Okay, XO and the XX type. Okay, now what happens? Take out the gametes. What are the gametes of this? The male, A plus X, A plus O. Here what are the gametes? A plus X, A plus X. Clear? Now do the fusion. Take a one male gamete, one female gamete, one male gamete, one female gamete. Okay? So what it results? Here double A plus XX. Take this, now this. So what it happens? Double A plus XX. Now this, one male gamete, another female. So double A plus XO. This is the third possibility. Now the fourth possibility, that is double A plus XO. So this one is a female, this one is female, this one is a female, this one is a male, this one is a male. Okay, clear? So this is what happens. Here also there is a 50% chances a female is produced or female insect is produced. The 50% chances there is a male insect is produced. Even the same thing also happens with a grasshopper. The grasshopper is also insect. So the same thing also happens with a grasshopper. Okay, XX and the XO type. But here how it differ from the human being? If you see the human being, whether it's a male or the female, both has 23 pair of chromosome. 23rd number ni pair alag hoi શકે છે, but the numbers are same, 23 pairs. But if you observe this Drosophila or the grasshopper, here if you see, there is only X, the other one is empty. So that's why I have written as 0. But here XX, so here there are two chromosomes, here there is only a one chromosome. So here in the case of grasshopper, the number of chromosome also change. In the male grasshopper, the number of chromosome is one less than the number of chromosome in a female grasshopper. बराबर છે? So female करता male ની અંદર एक chromosome क्यों હશે? ઓછો હશે, because here it's a 0. Okay, this is the difference between it. Otherwise also in these cases 50% chances the female are produced, 50% chances are male are produced. I also want to highlight one more thing. If you compare the human being and this insect, this is a grasshopper. In the female, whether it's a human being, you know that in a human being, the female generates this gamete, female. Both kind of a gametes are same, this type. Even in this insect, both the gametes generated by the female are same. In a human, female generates the same type of a gamete. Even in grasshopper, the female generates the same type of a gamete. And in that case, the male only generates a different gametes. These are the gametes produced in a male, in human. 22A plus X and 22A plus Y. See here, the male generates a two different type of gamete. Here also the male generates a two different type of gamete. One is A plus X and one is A plus O. So the common thing in between the sex determination in human being and grasshopper is that the female, in both cases the female generates same type of a gamete, but the male generates a different types of a gamete. So such type of a situation is called as male heterogeneity. What is called as male heterogeneity? Means male ની અંદર બે અલગ-અલગ ટાઈપના gametes હોય. ઓકે, બેવ કેસમાં અહીંયા બી જુઓ હ્યુમન બીંગમાં મેલ ની અંદર બે અલગ-અલગ ટાઈપ્સના gamete હોય. પણ બેવ કેસમાં ફિમેલ ની અંદર સેમ ટાઈપના જ gamete છે. ક્લિયર? Okay, so this is called as male heterogeneity. Okay, આના કરતા એક opposite example છે what we are observing in a birds. Okay, how the sex is determined in the birds. So now what happens in case of birds? Normally you know that XX we are calling as a female and XY we are calling as a male. એટલે ફિમેલ માં બે એક સરખા ક્રોમોસોમ હોય છે, મેલ ની અંદર અલગ-અલગ ક્રોમોસોમ અલગ-અલગ હોય છે gametes, બરાબર છે? But now what happens in the case of a bird? In case of a bird there is an opposite. Like suppose if it is a AA plus ZZ, AA plus Z, then it is a male. હવે સરખા હોય તો આપણે ફિમેલ કહીએ છીએ, પણ બર્ડના કેસમાં ઊંધું છે. જો બે સરખા હોય then we are calling it as male. ફિમેલની જગ્યાએ મેલ કહીએ છીએ. અને અલગ અલગ હોય AA plus ZW, okay, this is a chromosome, then we are considering it as a female. હવે જુઓ એ ફિમેલમાં બે સેમ છે, બરાબર છે, પણ અહીંયા ફિમેલમાં બે અલગ અલગ છે. અહીંયા જુઓ મેલની અંદર બે અલગ અલગ છે, પણ મેલની અંદર અહીંયા બે કેવા છે? સેમ. This is a difference. તો અહીંયા અલગ શેમાં આવે છે? In a female. So this is an example of female heterozygosity. It's an example of female heterozygosity. The previous two examples, the examples of human being and the grasshopper, they are the examples of male heterozygosity, and these birds, they are the example of a female heterozygosity. The race thing, you know that here also there is a 50-50% chances. A plus Z, A plus Z, next A plus Z, A plus W. Clear? A means autosome, Z and W, they are the allosomes. Now you know that what to do. Fusion. I am not doing. Similarly, you just write down the answers of it. Okay? Now there is a third possibility. Write down. There are four possibilities. You can do it. Even you can also do in a simple manner. So I am just rubbing it down. Okay? You make the four possibility. Ani andar joso to bhi you will get the 50-50% ratios. 50% chances the female is produced, 50% chances the male is produced. The main important thing I want to show you that here the male generates the same type of gametes, but the female generates a two different type of gamete. So this is an example of female heterozygosity. It's an example of female heterozygosity. Clear? So thus the sex is determined into a human, insects and the birds. Okay? Clear? Now there are few things. These few things have not been given in the book, but these are important. Normally the question from this are going to be asked in entrance examination. So I am telling you this thing. So here, see this, now onwards whatever I am telling that is not given in book, but this is important from examination point of view, specifically entrance examination point of view. See how this sex is determined in the honeybee. Okay, how the sex is determined in the honeybee. In a honeybee, the sex is determined based on the haploid and diploid mechanism. Haploid and diploid mechanism. Okay, this is a mechanism by which it determines. So what happens? In a honeybee, you know that there are three varieties. You have already learned in the chapter number 8. There are three varieties. One is a drone, second one is worker, third one is a queen. In the honeybee hives, you can find these three things: worker, drone, and the queen. What is a drone? Drone is male. What is worker? It is sterile female, means a female which is not capable of reproduction. Queen, it is fertile female. Okay, so how they are going to be produced? How drone, how worker, and how queen are going to be produced? If you see the honeybee, there are two sexes in the honeybee. One is a female, the other one is a male. Okay, there are two. I hope you know that this is called as female and this one is called as a male. I hope so you know the symbol. You have to identify the symbol. In a honeybee, in a female, how many number of chromosomes are present? 32 number of chromosomes are present. And in a male, how many number of chromosomes are present? 16 number of chromosomes are present. Clear? Remember, in a honeybee, the female has 32 number of chromosomes, the male has 16 number of chromosomes. So this is considered as a parent generation. Now the cross occurs between them. So obviously the first step is the production of gamete. So here the gametes are produced. One gamete has 16, the other gamete has 16. So here the gametes are produced by a process called as meiosis. You know the meaning of meiosis? In meiosis, the number of chromosome gets halved in a daughter cell. So here the number of chromosome gets halved. Now here the male also produces the gametes. So how many gametes are produced here? Here the same number of gametes are produced. So the male honeybee, they produces the gametes by a process called as mitosis. By which process? Mitosis. So these are the gametes in honeybee. These two are the female gametes, this one is a male gamete. Now what happens? A fusion. A fusion between a female and the male. So 16 plus 16, what it forms? 32. And you know the meaning of 32. 32 means it's a female. Now there is only one is left. There is a one possibility. This male gamete already has been fused. So now there is only a one possibility which has a 16 number of chromosome. And you know the meaning of 16. 16 means it is a male. So this male, it converts into a drone. It converts into a drone. Now what happens in this case? 32. If this female honeybee gets a royal jelly-like material, if it gets a royal jelly-like material, then it converts into a queen. That means it becomes a fertile. But if it doesn't get a royal jelly-like material, then it is a female, but it is a worker. There are two circumstances. If it gets a royal jelly-like material, then it converts into a queen, and if it doesn't get, then it converts into a worker. Okay, so this is how the sex is determined in the honeybee. See here, this mechanism is called as haploid diploid. Haploid means n number of chromosome, diploid means 2n number of chromosome. So here the male has n number of chromosome, 16, but the female has 2n number of chromosome. That means 2 into 16, 32 number of chromosome. So such kind of a sex determination is observed into a honeybee. Okay, so this is by which mechanism it's observed? Haploid and the diploid mechanism. Okay, so this is about a haploid diploid mechanism and the sex determination in the honeybee. Next, another method of sex determination is based on Barr body or Barr body test. Remember, whatever I am discussing now, that is not given in book, but it is important. What is a Barr body? Barr body means it is a darkly stained body. It is dark stained body which is present in the nucleus, which was discovered by the Barr. This is the name of scientist. Okay, Berthier and Barr, they have developed this. That's why he gave its name, Barr body. And this, by this test, Barr body test, a sex can be determined. Let's say in the human being, what is a Barr body? I will give you the formula for Barr body. How can you find the Barr body? The Barr body is equal to number of X chromosome minus 1. What is the formula for Barr body? This is a very easy formula. For your understanding, I am giving you a formula. Number of Barr body or the Barr body is equal to number of X chromosome minus 1. Okay? Like take an example of a human being. 22AA plus XY. You know that what it can be called. So how you know that? Here how many number of X chromosomes are there? 1. Okay, so how many Barr body? Number of X chromosome minus 1. So here the number of X chromosome is a 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So here how much Barr body? How much Barr body? In the male it is a 0. That indicates that it is a male. Clear? Take an example of a female. 22AA plus XX. This is a female. Now see here. How many X chromosome? 2. So keep the value X chromosome. 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1. Here the answer is 1. So how many Barr body? It's a 1 Barr body. So it is a 1 Barr body, then it is a female. It is a female. Okay? There are also some disorders in the human being. We will learn at the end of chapter, but I will show you their Barr body. Okay? 22AA plus X. This is not a normal condition. This is an abnormal condition. But here see how many number of X chromosome? 1. Okay, so keep a value 1. 1 minus 1, so 0. So if it is a 0 Barr body, then it is a female, and that suffers from Turner syndrome. याद रखो, we will learn it at the end. Turner syndrome. Here instead of 46 chromosome, they have a 45 chromosome. 22 pair means 44. બેની જગ્યાએ અહીંયા એક જ છે. સો 44 + 1 45. અહીંયા જુઓ બધામાં 46 હશે. હ્યુમન હેઝ 46 નંબર ઓફ ક્રોમોઝોમ. 22 પેર means 44 + 45 46. Same here 46. But here you can say 44 + 1 45. But that is an abnormal condition, and that is that living organism or that human being is a female, but she has a Turner syndrome. Now I am giving you one more example, one abnormal condition. 22AA plus XXY. See here instead of 46 they have 47, one more chromosome. So now keep the values over here in equation. How many X chromosome? 2. 2 minus 1, 1. So here the bar body is 1. Here that person is male and suffer from a disorder. Which disorder? It's a genetic disorder called as Klinefelter syndrome. Okay, Klinefelter syndrome. Clear? So this is a bar body. Okay, clear? What is the number of bar body? Number of bar body that depends on number of X chromosome minus 1. If it is a 0, then there is two possibility. Either it's a male or it's a female with a Turner syndrome. Okay, if it is a 1, then it may be a female or it may be a male with a Klinefelter syndrome. So thus the sex is determined by the bar body test. Next, sex can also depend on the environment. This is very much important. Even the sex can also be determined by environment. How the environment can control the sex? Clear? So that happens in some animals. Let's take an example of tortoise. Remember, it is very important example, usually going to be asked in exam. Tortoise. If the eggs of tortoise, okay, if they develop at more than 30 degrees Celsius, I am writing to avoid the confusion, more than 30 degrees Celsius, then it develops into a female. If these eggs are kept in less than 30 degrees Celsius, then it develops as a male. So here the controlling factor is the temperature. When the eggs of tortoise are kept at more than 30 degrees Celsius, it develops as a female. And if they kept lower than 30 degrees Celsius, then it develops as a male. So here the environment can affect. The opposite thing that happens in the case of crocodile. Same here. The eggs of crocodile, but here it's opposite. If they are kept at more than 30 degrees Celsius or with high temperature, then here it develops into a male. Remember, anakarta undu છે. And if it is a less than 30 degrees Celsius, then it develops as female. See, it's opposite. So these are the two opposite cases where the temperature or the environmental factor that determine the sex. Okay, so thus the environment can determine the sex in case of tortoise and the crocodile. So there are number of factors which can determine the sex. Okay, so that's all about the sex determination in human, grasshopper and Drosophila, birds, honeybee, tortoise, crocodile, etc. Even we have also learned the sex determination through a bar body. Okay, so that's all about it, the sex determination. Okay, so students, keep learning, keep watching, like and subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.